Following our first year as head coach for the Oregon State Beavers, we look to improve upon the 5-7 record from season 1 this year with the bowl bid and more, as our arch rival the Ducks lead the nation coming into this new season, and we're projected to finish 8th in the Pac-12. We kick off season 2 against the Gophers of Minnesota on the road, and the defense would be one of the strongest points of this team in year 2, but unfortunately Joel Jack takes it from 2 yards out, 7-0 lead, and Vidlac would get it right back across the middle. Ryan Mason ties it up as 7. 4th and 3, first half, tied at 7, and a big stop from the defense from the Beavs, as it's now going to lead to an unfortunate play, but caught by Dan Anderson, 14 yards, stays with it, capped off. Next play, taken from 4 yards out, Robert Taylor, 14-7 lead. Picking up in the second half, Vidlac on the play action on the route to Turner, and he would find it somehow into the end zone. Broken play from the defense, 14-point lead, but no more. On a 1st and goal pass, he hits Larry Nolan, makes it now a one-possession game. 1:51 left in the third, the triple option, and Vidlac takes the block and gets into the red zone down at the 14. Very next play on the pitch outside, Collins, the senior running back, gets down to the 1-yard line, which would unfortunately lead to an injury from our star quarterback. So the freshman redshirt Stallings steps in, first pass and play, connects with Ryan Mason, 2-touchdown lead as we now move to the fourth quarter. 3rd and 9, big play, but it's incomplete. It would be a big stop for this defense as they came through time and time again, and this would be the icing on the cake as Madison with the interception would set this up to seal the deal. Stallings rolling out on a 4th and 3, hits Williams, would make it a 34-14 lead and a big win. Next up was Nevada to open up on our home field. Vidlac back and in the starting spot. He finds his tight end Turner, a big 32-yard touchdown. 2nd and 4 now on the triple option, and he takes the hit. Collins, though, showing you some Marion Barber style play, and he's able to somehow pick up a big first down. Now with the 3rd and 12, trying to convert, and we do just that and more. A 28-yard touchdown to Phil Smith, 14-0. Nevada would struggle early, 3rd and 17, and a huge play there as Cody Williams is dropped for an 8-yard sack. And late in the first half, Vidlac here on the out route would be taken into the house from Dan Anderson, 28-14 now as we pick up second half, fourth quarter. Our backup Stallings is in, trying to make his mark and see if he's going to get more touches this year, and he gets a big touchdown pass over the top to Phil Smith, and then on the read option, 35-21, no longer make it a 42-28 win as Vidlac and Stallings, you see the battle they've had, and Vidlac for sure has solidified himself as our starter moving for the rest of the season. Time to take on the defending college football playoff champions as Vidlac has solidified himself as our starter moving forward, and we connect first to Williams and make it a 7-0 lead here on the road. But 14 unanswered here as Josh Jude makes it a 14-7 lead for the Knights, and then an interception on a great drive. Vidlac with a terrible pass. Unfortunately, something we'd have to talk to him about on the bench. And then Anthony Williams would make it now a 28-7 lead. So picking up, fast-forwarding fourth quarter, down 2-possession game. We'd make it a 1-possession deficit, but we would need the 2-point conversion. Vidlac rolling out, unfortunately not able to get it done, so UCF hangs on, 41-21 victory. So after dropping our first game of the year, now we take on a top 10 opponent on the road in Utah, the Utes, and we get started with our first lead of the game. Marcus Williams from 12 yards out, 10-7 lead. Same score, 3rd and 22, and Vidlac breaks the tackle, evading the sack, and connects all the way downfield as he hits Ryan Mason for a huge touchdown, 17-7 lead. And now the defense from the Beavs stepping up time and time again. And on our 4th and goal, Ricky Parks puts it in the end zone, 3-point game. 20 seconds left in the half, 3-point lead. We'll make it 10 as Turner bounces his way through the defense. 24-14 as we pick up in the third quarter, but Colbert with the catch there makes it now a 3-point lead. And now we are tied up as we head in to the fourth quarter after a beautiful play here from Mason. We pick up in the fourth quarter, tied at 24. The screen pass, we get a big play as Taylor is able to bounce it back outside 21 yards, gives the Beavs the lead here late, and we would cap off another big drive. Demir Collins. So up by 14, we need a big stop, but Petty able to get the touchdown, make it now 1-possession game. But fortunately, Smith picks up the onside kick, and we would hang on in a huge upset against the Utes, and now get ready for our second top 10 opponent with Arizona State on our home field. And you know we like to roll the dice, and here we are on a 4th and 10. We hit Turner. Touchdown, 27 yards, 7-0 lead. 3rd and 9 now here for Arizona State, and the defense standing strong as Hunt only picks up 5. And on a 3rd and 4, we'd make it a 14-0 lead here on our home turf. Fast forwarding to the second half, and an interception on a 14-7 lead. Barry with a huge stop there in the red zone. 2 minutes remaining in the game, same score, but no more is Robinson. With time to throw in the pocket, Hunt able to make it now a tied game heading to the late game. And unfortunately, Stallings would have to come in here in overtime with an injury to Vidlak with a rolled ankle, but in overtime we're able to get the first touchdown, and on a 4th and 5 the defense brings the pressure, and we are able to upset in back-to-back weeks top 10 opponents. And ladies and gentlemen, the right mojo is going, as now we are ranked in the college football playoffs at number 18 and now leading the Pac-12 in the conference standings. So heading to the road against Colorado, Stallings picks up right where he left off after coming in the Vidlak injury, and it's a 7-0 lead. And now here on a 2nd and 10 across the middle, there's Collins as he's stopped down at the 1. And on a 3rd and goal, Stallings absolutely shook on a 7-yard sack from the Colorado defense. We'd have to settle for a field goal, and on a deep ball, we didn't quite have the arm. If that was Vidlak back there, it probably would have been a touchdown. Stallings just doesn't quite have the arm, so here comes Colorado. 4th and inches, Davis picks up the conversion, and on the triple option, Fitch would make it a 3-point deficit. Second half, seconds remaining. Stallings on the 3rd and 14 just can't get rid of the ball. Unfortunately, not able to get anything going on that drive. And on a 3rd and 8, there would be a touchdown pass and give Colorado their first lead of the game, as we're now with 3 minutes under remaining. And Mason on the pitch makes it a 1st and goal, trying to give us the lead, but the unrelenting Colorado defense just continued to pound us. And now on a 4th and goal, we need something to go our way, and it's batted down. Turnover on downs. Colorado then on this 3rd and 7 would seal the deal. A conversion on the 3rd and 7, 8-yard catch. We would have one shot at it. We'd get downfield. We'd get ourselves in kind of field goal range, but unfortunately a sack taken. We would be upset on the road. 14-10, Colorado beats us. So we're looking for a bounce back win. We're no longer ranked. Vidlak is still out with his sprained ankle, so Stallings needs to step up. But the Arizona defense early completely dominated this team. Stallings does not quite have the arm for our offense we're trying to utilize and use this year. So he struggled early on as Morgan gets that interception. Stallings here again once more sacked, but fortunately able to step up in the pocket and make a big pass down to Phil Smith. 30 yards gives us the 7-3 lead. But picking up now here on a 3rd and 24, down by 3 in the second half. Javion Carr with the deflection, and Rogers here, interception. Here is our middle linebacker prize. He put us at midfield, and Stallings on a 3rd and 13, a way off throw. Arizona now here on the 3rd and 10. They convert a big play that would unfortunately lead us to this situation here. With under a minute remaining, we need to go down the field and score a touchdown to win this game, and Stallings was doing his absolute best to put us in position. Passing over the middle to John Turner, and on this 1st and 10 play across the middle, we hit Collins trying to dive down to the 1-yard line. 3 seconds remaining, no timeouts. The read option is stuffed by the Arizona defense, and they beat us on our home field, our 2nd consecutive loss. So the defense has been a strength as we head into the road against Colorado, but the offense has been stagnant as the defense continues to make plays for us here. Stallings connecting in triple coverage to Ryan Mason, and then rolling out to his right across the middle. We hit Phil Smith, but diving to the end zone, it is batted away and fumbled, a turnover for the Beavs. So trailing 3-0 on the play action down the sideline, and a beautiful dot to Marcus Williams. 31 yards gives us the lead. Stallings settling in now here in the second quarter as he finds John Turner for his 2nd touchdown pass. And then here comes this defense, a beautiful deflection. The defense was standing up time and time again, and Stallings settled in with 3 touchdown passes in the first half, but the California offense would not go away as Patrick Porter with a catch makes it now a 2-possession game. And then on this interception with seconds remaining in the first half, this would be one of the pivotal moments in this matchup on the road. 3rd and 13, second half, 21-10, and there is a big 13-yard loss on the sack with setup now later, a 3rd and 7 here as the defense time and time again showed us that they are the strength and that we could use them as our brute force to lead us to victory and success throughout this year as Demir Collins would cap off the win for the Beavs to make us 5-3, 1 win away from bowl eligibility as Vidlak returns from injury, finds Anderson 20 yards for his first pass and completion since returning from the injury. The defense does their thing, gets us a stop, but on 1st and goal, Rivera will take it from 2 yards out and give Washington the early 10-0 lead. Vidlak trying to do his best to get us back in this game. Late in the first half finds John Turner 22 yards, a 3-point deficit. Picking up second half under 1:35 remaining. Mason 18-yard conversion. Another 3rd and 13 on the corner route, a beautiful pass, but just barely out of bounds and out of reach. We would have to kick the ball away. And on this 3rd and 4, a beautiful conversion. Vidlak now standing in and trying to hit in triple coverage, and somehow Phil Smith comes away with that ball, gives us a lead here late in the game, and Collins on this play here would seal the deal. But unfortunately, we would fumble somehow on a knelt attempt, and that would lead a wonderful passing catch there to Kyle Little, and a field goal here by Washington to take the lead with 13 seconds remaining. So in a last effort, we tried to hit downfield. Smith would catch the ball, pitch it back to Turner. Turner would be caught from behind trying to pitch it back to another option, but it would be turned over as Miles would seal the deal. A wild play to end this one here as Oregon drops the game at home to the Huskies of Washington. So still just needing that one win to get bowl eligible. We would need to take and defeat Washington State, but they take the early 7-0 lead. And after a safety, Vidlak would step in here on the out route, finds Phil Smith. 1st and 10, very next play, and there is Smith again, makes it now a 9-7 lead, picking up in the late first half, 16-7. Let's make it 23-7. As we progress through the game, Washington would make it a game, 23-17, but on this play, it should have been a touchdown. It is fumbled out of bounds through the end zone. That is a touchback and a turnover, but the defense would stand strong, and Vidlak would find Marcus Williams on the 26-yard catch. And in the very next play, Collins weaving through the secondary into the end zone makes it a 30-17 lead. So early 4th quarter, 1st and 10, let's add the exclamation point. Phil Smith, another touchdown reception, 37-17. A big win now, bowl eligible as Vidlak back from injury, 44-24. And now we get ready for the Civil War matchup against the Ducks of Oregon on the road. This was a game last year, remember, it was an absolute smash mouth game where they destroyed us. But early on, it was a 7-7 battle after the touchdown. And right here, Mason through the middle, 20 yards. And then the very next play, we find Mason again, and he's able to bounce through the Oregon Duck defense, gives us the 14-7 lead. Late in the first quarter, the defense for the Beavs would step up and shut down these Ducks, but the Duck offense became a little bit too much on this possession. They hit Justice Lowe 6 yards out in the slant, tied up. And with 2 minutes remaining on the curl, Marcus Williams with another touchdown reception, 21-14 lead. 3rd and 9 for the Ducks on the screen pass. We're able to get the stop, so it's a 4th and 1, and James stuffed by Bradford, a turnover on downs, a huge stop for the Beavs. And with 9 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, across the middle, there is our backup halfback, Robert Taylor, 25-yard, 2-touchdown lead. And after a 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, that put the Ducks back in striking distance, and here came the Duck defense. 3rd and 16, a pass floated, and we're able to get a stop and force a punt, but the Ducks would get the ball back with under a minute remaining. Low over double coverage, 20 yards. He comes down with the ball, so we would need Vidlak to lead our offense down the field, but a scoop and score on the strip sack fumble would give the Oregon Ducks a lead here with 37 seconds remaining. But fortunately, over the middle, big pass to Phil Smith puts us in field goal range, but we need a touchdown. And Vidlak on the corner route hits Mason, and we would head to overtime. First overtime, the Ducks got the first touchdown, and on that batted down pass, we would need a 4th down conversion, and Demir Collins jukes out the Oregon Duck defense and would set up a touchdown run to set this into second overtime. Beautiful pass and catch there, sets up a second goal. Vidlak across the middle finds Mason, gives us a touchdown here in our second overtime, so we would just need a defensive stop. 4th and goal. We need the stop. Little feeling the pressure, and it is intercepted as Price comes away with an interception, the 4th takeaway of the game, and we upset and defeat number 14 Oregon on the road as now we look to cap off the year at home against Stanford, and we get it going early. Williams makes it a 1st and goal, trailing 3-0. Vidlak, 1st and goal, read option, takes it from a few yards out, 7-3 lead. And on a 3rd and 12, he's able to split through that secondary. Phil Smith with a 15-yard reception, and another 3rd and 12. Somehow we find that to Williams, 20 yards, but on a fake play, unfortunately leads to a turnover. 10-7 deficit as we pick up in the second half, and here comes the Beaver defense bringing the pressure. It's a sack, fumble, and then on a 3rd and 6, here comes the Stanford defense. It was a defensive juggernaut battle in this matchup between Stanford and our Beavers, and right now at this time it was all Collins with the spin move back inside, gives our Oregon State squad the late lead, 14-13, but here came Cole. A beautiful pass to the pylon. Jeremy Newman makes it now a lead and a win as Stanford upsets us, and we finish 4th in the Pac-12 behind Utah, Colorado, and Arizona State. And as you can see, the top 10 there in our former squad, Nebraska back in the top 15 as we got a bowl bid against the Broncos in the Las Vegas Bowl. Take a look here at the brand new 8-team playoff structure for the College Football Playoff. As you see, the semifinal matchups is Clemson and Georgia, and Air Force versus Bama. And in that one, Bama would be beat by Air Force and Georgia dismantles Clemson. The national championship would come down to Georgia versus Air Force as we get ready for our bowl game against Boise State, number 22 in the country, in the Las Vegas Bowl. And on our first big play across the middle, Collins with a touchdown pass, 28 yards out, touchdown, 7-0 lead. And the defense again just bringing the pressure, a 3 and out there to force a field goal, which would be missed. And on a 2nd and 22, a beautiful halfback screen as Collins was set up this 3rd and 4 plays. Vidlak finds the tight end Turner, a 1st down, 3rd down conversion, and on a 4th and 7, we rolled the dice. We went to Turner. It capped off a touchdown drive, 14-0 lead. And then yet again, the same exact pattern finds Marcus Williams as we lead heading in the second half, 20-3, and now the defense would just show up and show out as the Boise State team had nowhere to go. And a nice little run back here at the end of 3rd quarter with set up on a triple option here. A unfortunate circumstance as it was a fumble on the triple option. Gives Boise State the ball across midfield where Magnum on a 4th and 13 was shut down by the Beaver defense. A turnover on downs. So we just needed 1 first down to clinch this thing. And on a 3rd and 5, we find our target. We were able to kneel out the clock. And in our 2nd season as the head coach of the Oregon State Beavers, we were able to lead them back to a bowl and into a bowl victory here in the Las Vegas Bowl as Vidlak and Collins and all these guys would graduate with a bowl victory under their belt. As you see the national championship, Georgia would handle the Air Force 45-31, your new national champions in the first year of the 18 playoff. But after signing the new contract extension as head coach here at Oregon State, what would we do for an encore in year 3 with the number 14 recruiting class? Could we lead this team to a Pac-12 championship?